Today is Saturday, November 28th, 2015, and this is the Bunny Slippers of Evil Job Seekers Call-In Show, presented by Evil Bunny Consulting. I'm your host, Tyrone Griffin, and if it's 3 p.m. you have on your bunny slippers, you are not looking for a job. Welcome, first-time and returning listeners. In this show, we discuss strategies and tactics of job search, staying motivated, and dealing with career transition. For more tips, resources, daily motivations, and to listen to archive shows, go to the website, Bunny Slippers are Evil, bunnyslippersareevil.com. There you will also find links to our Facebook page, our Twitter handle, and our YouTube channel. If you are listening live and you want to call in with comments, the number is 347 202 0929. Again, that number is 347 202 0929. Now, word from our sponsors. Evil Bunny Consulting is the alternative to expensive outplacement. They give company-sponsored job seeker workshops as well as the one-on-one job seeker boot camp. For more information, go to www.bunnyslippersareevil.com. Resume Edit is a low-cost, high-quality resume writing company with resumes as low as $35, written by certified resume writers. You can find them online at resume4edit.com or call 404-860-2473. And be sure to tell them you heard about them on the Bunny Slippers of Evil Job Seekers podcast. Let 3dresumes.net turn your resume into a web page with a customized domain for 12 months for only $30. Help hiring managers and recruiters find you. Make your resume available 24/7 and get a professional, personalized email address just for your job search. You can see my online resume at tyronegriffin.com. For more information on how to get your own, go to 3dresumes.net. If you're thinking or about to look for a job in today's world, you will find a new reality in the job search process. The world has changed. Job search today is much more complicated than 5 years ago. Volumes of resumes, more applicant screening systems, depersonalized applications, panel interviews, team hiring, long complicated applications, branding and social media. Yes, the world has changed. But are you still trying yesterday's approach? Why struggle and miss out on today's opportunities? Career Oyster is here to help. Great coaches, the latest resources, unique strategies, personally tailored to your job search. Find out the new reality and how you can prevent costly mistakes. To register for a free 45-minute private session with head coach Howard Caddy, go to careeroyster.com. Find out the facts now. You'll be glad you did. Remember their motto, the world is your oyster, be the pearl. Well, good morning, everybody, and welcome. I hope everybody had a safe, happy, and joyful Thanksgiving, whatever you decided to be thankful for, or just a day off. I hope that you enjoyed it. For the newcomers, this is every year for the last 5 years since I started this is the one show I've been doing every year. It's called the What I'm Thankful For show. I tell you right up front, I have no notes, and I intentionally have no notes because I feel like if I can't, if I can't talk about what I'm thankful for a half hour, then there's something wrong with me because I always have so much to be thankful for. So if you want to call up and say what you're thankful about, if you're listening live, please feel free. The number is 347 202 0929. But again, 347 202 0929. Otherwise, you'll just hear from me the things that I'm thankful for. As always, every year when I do this show, I find myself just reviewing the last year, the things that have happened in the last year, and it's always some good things and some bad things have happened. First of all, I'm happy, and these are in no order of importance. I'm happy I'm still doing this show. I'm happy that after, 5 years, that I still wake up on Saturday mornings looking forward to doing this show. I'm just happy that I find things to talk about, that I feel like every episode, every week, is another opportunity to help somebody or to try to help somebody. I'm thankful from the people that I do hear from who appreciate what I'm trying to do here. I'm just very thankful for that. Other than that, personally, I'm thankful as as we should all be for our health, even if it's not our health is not at 100%. If we have health enough to wake up every morning, open our eyes, I think we should be thankful because there's always somebody who doesn't have that. There's always somebody who is is not doing as well as we are. So I'm thankful for my health. I'm thankful for my family. Thankful for getting through another year of band. For all you people who are not band parents, can't explain it to you. It's I guess it's the same thing with parents who are football parents or parents who are any sport. You can't you can't explain it to somebody what it's like to watch your child, the thing that you brought into this world that you've watched over the last 10, 15 years, to watch them walk out on the field as an individual, as an independent being. Um, it's, it brings tears to your eyes. It's just, you know, my son's a senior, so I won't see him in high school band anymore. But I'm hoping to see him in college bands. But it's hard to describe. If you don't have kids, I can't explain it to you. If you do have kids, there's nothing I need to tell you. So I'm thankful to have seen his high school career. I'm thankful for him. I'm thankful for my son for what he's done with his life. I'm thankful for his mother, um, the impact, influence that she's had on him. Um, I'm thankful of how he's turned out. I'm just thankful. Um, Thankful that I got a roof over my head. Um, I'm cognizant or aware that everybody doesn't have that. Um, we talk about first world problems and third world problems, and uh, I'm cognizant or I recognize that in this day and age, in my town, in this year, there are people who have nowhere to lay their head. I'm totally aware of that, and I'm thankful and humbled that I have that. You know, I can sit here and say, well, I worked hard, for years to get to this point, and yeah, okay, I did, but there are people who work just as hard, if not harder, over their careers, and things just didn't turn out the way they expected, and they end up in a situation that wasn't what they expected. So I'm thankful for that. You know, I'm not one of those people that says, yeah, you know what, you didn't work hard, you didn't get anything too bad. No, um, I'm thankful that things have worked out for me the way they have. Um, and I'm humbled, by that there's always somebody who has it worse. There are people that, like I said, in my town who are probably homeless. There are. I don't necessarily know any of them personally, but there are adults and kids going to bed hungry every night. Um, in my town and around the world. You imagine what kind of great world we would have if everybody were able to just eat and have a roof over their heads. Imagine what great things we as a people, and I mean globally, what we could aspire to if we would just take care of that everybody had food and shelter. And then they could think, yeah, you'd have some people who would be lazy and take advantage of it. You got that now. But imagine what great minds we could take advantage of if those great minds did not have to worry about where they're going to get their next meal, you know, versus, um, you know, cures for cancer. Maybe that's the key to getting cures for some of these diseases. It's making sure that everybody can stop spending brain power trying to find food and shelter. And maybe everybody could focus on eradicating some of the diseases we have in this world. Anyway, yeah, I know a rat hole. Who'd have thunk? But but like I said, I'm thankful um, that I've been able to provide a roof and food and shelter. Thanksgiving Day, I had some friends came over and cooked, and they brought the food. I'm thankful for that, that they brought a lot of the food. Even though I do some cooking, I'm thankful they brought the turkey. Um, I'm thankful that I have friends. You know, this particular friend of mine, I mean, we go back 20 years, and we really weird circumstances. There was a woman that caused us to meet. The woman is now in neither of our lives, but 20 years later, he and I and his family now are good friends, and I'm thankful for them. Yeah, that's a crazy story. I'm not going to tell it here, but that's a crazy story. I'll just say I used to date his ex-wife, and that's all I'm going to say. But I'm thankful for those friends. I'm thankful for a mutual friend of ours who passed away a year ago this month. Um, I think I talked about him last year on the show when I was talking about being thankful. But he was my best friend. He is my best friend. I'll never have a person to replace him. And I'm thankful for the time I got to know him. Best man in my wedding. Anyway, before I get all boo-hooey, um, but I'm thankful for the things. It's easy to be thankful um, for the big things, but I'm thankful that I got a car. And oh, let me tell you, I've had some crazy luck this year. I totaled a car. I've never done that before. Don't ever want to do it again. Had an accident, totaled a car, but thank God I walked away. You know, as crazy as it sounds, my son and his band were in a bus about a mile behind me. They passed my wreck on the side of the road. Thank God he didn't know it was me. Thank God that he didn't have to drive by and see, oh, that's my father's car. I walked away from that. Thank God. Since then I had some crazy, crazy luck with cars. I spent a lot of money on a car, a replacement car. I'm thankful that I had the money to spend, or that I found the money to spend, to keep something going where I could get to work every day. You know, I'm thankful for that. I mean, I had a friend this past week on Thanksgiving Day. Their car broke down and they had to leave it in, Walmart parking lot for 2 or 3 days, but they were able to go back and get it. So I'm thankful that I, didn't have to go through that. Um, but I'm thankful for the little things, like that. Just having, getting out in the morning and going and turning the car, turning the key, and the car starts. Those are the things I'm thankful for, because I've been there where you know, you don't know every day. You go turn that key, you don't know if it's going to start or not. Um, but I'm thankful for those things. Thankful that I had a karate test. If you guys remember a couple of weeks ago, I was talking about it. Um, and I passed. I passed my test. And leading up to that test, I had more pains and aches. And you talk about feeling old. Oh my gosh, I can't tell you how old I felt leading up to that test. I mean, I had all kinds of repetitive stress injuries, and it was my own fault because my training wasn't the way it should have been. I tried to train for two things at once. And one thing I probably didn't have to train for as much as I did, but I did, and it just messed everything up. So now I'm on a road to recovery, and I'm doing yoga 3 times a week. This morning I got up and walked 3 miles, on a treadmill. That's a great exercise, by the way. But I'm thankful I'm able to do those things. I'm thankful that I got the mindset, that I got my health enough where, yeah, I can get up and go walk on a treadmill. I'm thankful that I have a place that's safe to walk on a treadmill. I mean, let's face it, this is the South, and I'm black. For those of you who don't know it, I love the South. I love living down here, but Do I want to be walking around at 4:30 in the morning, 5 in the morning on the street? Nah, that's not in my plan this week. So, but I'm thankful that I got a place. That I was able to find a place. I got kicked out of my gym 2 years ago. That's a whole crazy story. I got a lot of crazy stories in my life, but I'm thankful for those things that I was able to find a place to work out, and take yoga. I can go in at 4:45 a.m. take a yoga class. But I'm thankful for those things. Um, I'm thankful for, um, again, I have a roof over my head that I'm happy with. That I've been blessed with my house. I've been blessed. That's all I can say. I've been blessed. Um, it's bigger than some. It's smaller than others. I'm happy here, and I'm thankful, and that's all I can say. Um, I'm thankful for my job. This might take a minute, but over the last, I would say 18 months, maybe 19, 20 months, I've worked for three companies. And one of them, the first one, it ended very badly. It was ugly. Um, Walked into another situation that was better as a contractor, and the contract ended, and I fell into a situation that I can honestly and truly say I really could not be happier. The job I have now, I'm just humbled, and I feel blessed and honored. And every day I go in and I'm just thankful for the job. I'm thankful for the company for hiring me. I'm thankful for my boss. I'm my teammates. I could not be in a better situation. Um, it, when I say I fell into it, I really can't um, describe it any other way than that. I fell into it. Um, Opportunity came up. Somebody reached out to me after 5 years, and this is something for job seekers. When I tell you don't burn bridges, don't burn bridges. Somebody reached out to me after 5 years, okay, out of the blue with a job opportunity because they knew me 5 years ago, and they reached out of the blue, and it was like the timing could not have been more perfect. It so it just I was out job hunting. They called me on a Monday, and by that Friday, I had an offer. I'd had two interviews that week, and I had an offer in hand. Best offer I can honestly say that I probably ever had. Um, Actually, wasn't the highest paying, but it was the best offer. And I went in as a contractor, and 2 months later, they offered me a permanent position. And it has been nothing but rainbows and sunshine ever since. Um, I can't express how thankful I am for that job. I'm humbled. I really cannot express to you um, how much I'm appreciative of that job. Um, I thank God for showing me, for guiding me. I thank God, and this is by no means was meant to be uh, less important than anything else. But I thank God for guiding me, for giving me the common sense to just trust Him. Um, I had a crazy situation go on at my church this year. Um, Started the year in one situation, and I'm not going to get into it because it is pretty crazy. But I still go there. I still attend that church. I go in, I get my message, and I leave. Because even though I have problems with some people in that church, that's my church family. And I'm thankful. I'm thankful that God guided me through one heck of a minefield that was just crazy, crazy. Not gonna go into it because it's you get into he said, she said. But I still go there. I'm still happy there. I still have people there who love me and have no qualms about showing me that they love me. Um, I'm thankful that I listened to God on that situation. I didn't know what was going to happen, but I had to take a leap of faith, and I prayed about it, and for a few months, and prayed with friends who knew the situation before I did what I felt was right. And I'm thankful that I did what I felt was right, and looking back on it, I still feel that I did what was right. I'm thankful for that. There's the worst thing in one of the worst things in life is when you regret doing something, and you look back and you go, well, what was I thinking? Why did I do that? I'm totally at peace. I'm totally thankful, and God is still guiding me. I know I don't get too religious on this show, for biggest reasons because I feel like religion is something that's between you and your God, or you are not your God if that's your case. I have my religion and my faith. Um, it's right for me. I'm not going to try to tell somebody else that theirs is wrong. Uh, I've gotten into this debate several times. It's light rat holes, so start drinking. About prayer in school, things like that, and we need to put prayer back in school. And I'm totally against prayer in school because if you put religion in school, whose religion do you pick? Plain and simple. How do you pick one religion over another? When I grew up, we had prayer in school, and we didn't realize what was being told us. We didn't realize there were other kids in our class who maybe weren't Christian, who were Hindu or Muslim or whatever. We didn't realize that. We were kids. And I think about what those kids must have been going through to have a religion at home and then at school have to participate in somebody else's religion. It's like I wouldn't send my child to a Muslim school because I'm not a Muslim. Nothing against Muslims. I think they're beautiful people, but I'm not a Muslim. And I feel bad that probably growing up, there were Muslims in my classes, in school, who had to participate in a Christian ceremony. Even if it was a small ceremony, it was a Christian ceremony. And that was wrong. So that's my reason for not wanting to put prayer in school. Because whose prayer do you put in school? And you can't put them all, because if you put everybody's prayer in school, you won't do any learning. You'll do praying all day. Okay? And that's not fair to the kids who maybe are atheists. But anyway, sorry for that rat hole, but I know me. I know my God, and I'm comfortable with my relationship with God. And I'm thankful, truly thankful for that relationship. Speaking of relationships, I'm thankful for the relationship with my son. One of the things I hate in movies, and I'll give you an example, was in the movie War of the Worlds with Tom Cruise, had his two kids. And so many movies, when they show parents who are not together, the father or the mother, but sometimes usually it's the father, has a really jacked up relationship with his kids, and I always think about that. It's like, okay, the kids come over and, he tries to cram everything into, a weekend or whatever. And it's a really antagonistic relationship with his former spouse. And I'm thankful I don't have any of that. I always get mad when I see those because that stereotype, it's to me, it's writers being lazy. They can, instead of writing a complex, realistic relationship, they just say, well, the father and son don't like each other, and this is their bonding moment. You know what? Who was it? Will Smith did the movie After Earth, which sucked. Yes, it sucked, and I won't say that about a lot of movies. It sucked. I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, and right now they suck too. Sorry, rat hole. But that was this idea of the father and son have to come together and bond during some great experience, some life endangering experience and they come out of the other side great. You know, I'm tell you what bonding with your kid is. Bonding with your kid starts the day they're born. Okay, there's no one special event that makes you bond with your kids. Okay, it starts the day they're born. I'm not saying that as a father, I'm saying as a parent. Okay, if you're waiting for that one life or death moment where the zombie apocalypse happens and that's when you get to bond with your kids, then you have missed out on it. Okay, you bond with your kids every day growing up. That's when you bond with your kids. And I get mad. I know it's for dramatic purposes, but it's getting old. You know, Hollywood writers is getting old, where people have to bond over, you know, again, the zombie apocalypse, or people have to fall in love just because they end up on a train together for 4 hours. Okay, you know, give us a little bit of credit for being able to comprehend more complex storylines. It's three rat holes, and I truly apologize, people. Cowboys do suck right now, and I am a fan, and they still suck. And they sucked when Roma was back. But anyway, I'm just thankful for so many things. We got about 3 minutes left, and I'm like, wow, I did it again. I got through a whole show with no notes. But I'm thankful. I'm humbled. I hope that I never, no matter how successful I get or not, I hope that I never forget in life to be thankful for everything I've gotten, for every friend, for every enemy, for every frenemy, every person that's been in my life, those special people that have come through my life and have now gone on and they're not part of my life anymore. You ever have that thing where you had somebody who was really good friend and all of a sudden one day you realize they haven't been part of your life for the last year or 2 or 3 years? I'm thankful for all those people. I'm thankful for my parents who've gone on, but I'm thankful for them just the same. Thankful. I'm thankful for the teachers that have been in my son's life, the teachers, the band director, his friends. Thankful that Star Wars is coming out in 2 weeks. Hey, yeah, I went there. Um, I'm thankful for so much in my life that has gone very well. Things could have been a whole lot worse in my life. I was not always the smartest. I was not always the most intelligent. I made decisions that didn't turn out well at all. But I'm glad that I can look back on my life and be happy about where I am right now. It's not necessarily where I envisioned wanting to be, but I can't be upset about it. I'm happy and I'm thankful that, like I said, every week I get up excited about doing this show. This crazy show that I started 5 years ago because God told me to. And he's not told me to stop, so until he does. I'm thankful for all of you out there listening. Those who have given me feedback, those who have not. I'm thankful that I have the desire to still help somebody. It's funny, I'm thinking about my childhood dog. He's been dead now about 35 years. Dribbles Wellington Griffin, German Collie. Thankful for him. Don't ask me why. He just popped in my head, but I'm thankful. Thankful for my family, my brother, my sisters, my cousins, my aunts, my uncles, nieces, nephews, and I'm thankful for all of you for being a part of my life. So with that, this is this year's Thankful Show. I thank you all for listening, for your patience, guidance, support. Do it again next week. Next week is the first Saturday of the month, so it'll be the Job Search Q&A. So that, have a very blessed Thanksgiving weekend, and I will talk to you soon. Take care. God bless. Eat a lot of turkey. And bye-bye.